We both have professions. Well, I think once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship. I don't think the love really dispersed. I just think it was just like we weren't feeding the relationship. And as you said, neither one of us is gonna stop. Like we both care about our crafts and what we do. And we care about love too and partnership, but I think, the energy that has been put into our careers and continuing to want to do the things that we do for ourselves and for the people is like, it was hard for me to balance all of that and keep the relationship.
It started like something out of a film. Jennifer Hudson, a voice of power and pain, met Common, the smooth rapper turned actor known for charm, but trailed by short romances. This wasn't casual. It felt different. Slowly, they grew closer and fans began to hope. On red carpets, they shined together, hands locked, smiles bright. Jennifer praised his calm nature, and Common admired her strength. Their connection was magnetic, undeniable. Unlike Hollywood's loud show couples, they felt real, refreshingly grounded. For once, it seemed Jennifer had found her safe place, while Common might have finally found the woman strong enough to change his story of broken commitments.
Enjoying it. I'm not gonna put nothing extra on it. If he want to marry me, he can get me an apartment building.
Oh, okay. That would be, you don't want a ring, you want an apartment complex.
I'd give me a duplex, an eightplex or something. The homegirl be like, "Where your ring? I thought you was engaged. Where your ring? Where your carrots? Carrots, girl, please. I got units. Knock it off."
Their bond gave people reason to believe in love again. Every red carpet, every photo told the story of a perfect couple. Friends whispered about how close Jennifer and Common truly were, pointing out the quiet ways they supported one another. She admired his activism and artistry, while he honored her strength as both performer and mother. It felt mature, solid, something real. Soon, rumors of an engagement filled headlines. Fans believed Jennifer had finally found the joy she longed for. For a moment, it was a dream. But Hollywood dreams don't last forever. Behind the flash of cameras, cracks began to spread. The love that once felt unshakable slowly revealed a tension that couldn't stay hidden.
I do what's good for me and the lady. Right now, all I want is happiness, good times, peace on earth.
Behind closed doors, their truth was far from perfect. Jennifer wanted loyalty and peace, but Common's life pulled him into constant travel, endless parties, and a world full of temptation. Her friends noticed a change. She grew more guarded, as if she felt her light was dimming. For Jennifer, who had survived deep heartbreak, trust was priceless. She longed for something real, beyond fame and flashing lights. But rumors whispered that Common's eyes weren't always on her. His charm, the same thing that first won her over, began to cause problems. Jennifer leaned into family and faith, while Common stayed locked in an industry that never rests. Two lives moving in different directions, their once strong bond started to feel fragile.
Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave us to Jennifer.
On the surface, they looked flawless, smiling, posing, shining under the cameras. But privately, it was different. Friends revealed Jennifer sometimes doubted where she truly stood with him. For someone who had already lived through betrayal, that uncertainty was crushing. Soon, rumors began to swirl. Common spending time with other women. No proof, no headlines, just whispers. But whispers were enough to spark fear in Jennifer's heart. She had trusted him, defended him, believed in the story they were building. Yet at times, he felt distant, slipping through her fingers. The love that once gave her strength now left her questioning everything. Their picture-perfect image clashed with a fragile reality, and the dream began to fracture.
And still kicking it. That's part one. And part two is, do you ever see yourself married one day?
So as far as Jenny Jen,
I love Jenny.
Absolutely, we are together, and I just appreciate her
as a partner, as a woman, as an artist, as a human being, she's a special individual. And man, it's just, I'm just grateful for it. I thank God, and yes, we are good. Marriage is something that if I were to get married, then Jennifer is the person.
Oh, she the prototype?
She is but she's not only the prototype, she is the person.
Yeah.
But that being said, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like always looking at my life and saying, okay, because that's a strong choice to make, you know.
Absolutely. Not to be taken lightly.
The collapse began with one photo. Paparazzi caught Common with another woman, and the images spread like wildfire. Dinners in private corners, industry nights, and smiles that looked too intimate to ignore. Suddenly, the perfect couple was under fire. For Jennifer, who had already questioned his loyalty, it was shattering. The man she trusted was being portrayed as devoted to someone else. Then came the noise of social media, pulling her into conversations she never asked for. Fans tagged her endlessly, demanding answers, speculating on betrayal. A private wound turned into public shame. For Jennifer, it wasn't just about losing him. It was about how coldly and carelessly her trust had been broken. Those close to Jennifer revealed the truth. She felt humiliated. She had defended him, believed his words, and dared to hope this love was real. Yet watching Common so carefree with another woman, while their chapter wasn't closed, tore her apart. The worst part? The timing. Jennifer's career was on fire. Music, acting, television, everything soaring. Common was meant to be her rock, the partner sharing in those triumphs. Instead, he added to her heartbreak. For a woman who had already faced devastating losses, this betrayal cut deeper than most. Outwardly, she showed poise and dignity, but privately, her confidence cracked. The disappointment weighed heavy, and though she tried to hide it, the pain bled through her performances and whispered conversations.
The other tea a little later.
Yeah.
What?
You're not ready?
You get cut off, and you motherfuckers brought the tea.
Insiders say Jennifer reached her breaking point. Weeks of silence ended when humiliation grew unbearable. She confronted Common face to face, demanding the truth. Why let their love collapse in public? Why flaunt someone new instead of being honest? Jennifer's anger spilled over. A woman known for grace, she reportedly shouted, reminding him of her sacrifices and unwavering support. To her, this wasn't just betrayal, it was a brutal insult. It felt like he wanted the world to watch him move on, no matter the damage left behind. That kind of disrespect cut too deep, and for Jennifer, there was no coming back. Her feelings slipped into the open. Jennifer stayed cautious when speaking publicly, but fans saw the truth in her cryptic captions, in the raw way she sang, and in subtle messages that cut deep. For someone who always guarded her personal life, those hints spoke volumes. In private, she confessed she felt tricked, ashamed for ignoring the red flags, for trusting him, for believing in words that held no weight. That mix of betrayal and guilt fueled an explosive shift. It wasn't revenge she wanted, it was strength. Jennifer stood tall, reclaiming her power, refusing to let disrespect define her. She reminded herself, and everyone watching, that heartbreak could bruise her heart, but it could never break her spirit.
The work he's doing on himself will help him fulfill a lifelong dream. And you write a lot about you want to be a husband one day. You have a rather famous relationship coach.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Michelle Obama. She has definitely helped talk me through just certain moments of relationships. We had conversations, and she has given me a lot of wisdom. But one great thing that she told me as I was going through this journey was that you have to understand you're not going to get anybody that's perfect because you're not perfect. So understand that there's some certain things that you will compromise in choosing that partner. But as long as the core values, the values that are most important to you, that person, you know, marks off on that list, then you good.
She gave you some good advice there.
That's good wisdom.
She does some really good wisdom.
The ending was brutal. Jennifer, so often seen as strong, felt broken in ways she never saw coming. Betrayal forced her to question her worth, replaying every moment of their love. She stepped back from certain events, avoiding spaces that screamed of romance. For someone known as a symbol of power, this storm was one she couldn't hide. Every headline about Common's fresh romance stung. Every tag from fans kept the scars open. Yet music became her outlet. Her voice carried both pain and defiance. With family and friends reminding her of her value, she began piecing herself back together. The heartbreak was crushing, but it gave her new vision. She now knew the love she truly deserved. While Jennifer battled heartbreak, Common moved on with ease, his new romance making headlines. Insiders said he didn't see it as betrayal, just the end of a relationship. But for Jennifer, it was personal. His very public rebound stained the love story they once shared. Fans were torn. Some defended his right to start over. Others sided with Jennifer, branding him careless and selfish. For years, Common carried the image of a respectful, thoughtful man. Now, his silence screamed louder than words. The scandal cracked his reputation, leaving people to wonder who he really was when the camera stopped rolling. For Jennifer, this was more than heartbreak. It was clarity. She knew her worth, and she swore never to settle for less.